In this video, we've compiled the times undercover bosses found out their employee isn't getting paid. Without further ado, let's get started. Kim and Deanna from Great Wolf Resorts.
How are we doing here? Would you like me to get your check for you? Oh, you haven't gotten it.
I'm not saying Chris is not good, but some people are just not cut out to be in the service industry.
I have a timber burger. I forgot to ask her how she
There you go, go do it.
How did you want your timber burger done?
Well done.
Well done? Okay, so here's a timber burger.
What, do they want cheese?
Great Wolf Resorts CEO Kim Schaefer posed as a new employee of her chain of indoor water parks. She wanted to see if she would discover any problems in the workplace so she could address them as needed. Kim started at a restaurant inside one of their parks where she worked with the server Deanna. Eventually, the topic of money came up in their conversation.
So not knowing how many people are going to come in and how much you're going to get in tips, I mean, how
You
do
don't
you?
know.
You don't know.
I never really look on how much tip I make. I just pray.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like it to ruin my day. I work doubles, and I'm like, pray that I walk out with something in my hand.
Right.
You know what my attitude now is? Life's too short. Just
That's true.
move on.
Deanna was just happy to walk out of the restaurant with something, no matter how little it was. As they continued talking, Deanna shared some personal details about her past to Kim.
Well, you're so positive with everybody. I'm trying to take your lead because you're always so friendly with people and take time for the kids. And
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I need to do. You know, I lost my daughter about 11 years ago, and my philosophy is live every single day like it's your last. She was 9 years old
she was 9 years old
when she passed away.
Oh.
Deanna had gone through so much pain in her life, but she maintained a positive attitude. She believed that because she had already gone through the worst, nothing else could bring her down. At the big reveal, Kim made sure to let Deanna know how much the server touched and inspired her.
As a working mom, I know how difficult it is to be away from your family. You've had challenges I can't even imagine. You talked about your angel. You use her as an inspiration for how you live your life every day. And I was so moved by that. And you reminded me of how precious that life is.
Kim wanted to do what she could to help make life better for Deanna, so she offered the model employee an arrangement that had Deanna in tears of joy.
It also made me take a look at you. You're a wonderful server, you're great with our guests. Our brand promise is to make time for your family. So I really want to make time for your family.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is instead of you working your second shift, I'd like you to stay home. So for the next 6 months, I'm gonna actually pay you to stay home. Okay?
Rick and Savannah from Kendall Jackson.
So this entitles,
No, I don't know. I'll ask her. She's yep, but it'll all be good.
A little bit rusty in the sales aspect.
Alexander Valley Chardonnay.
Really tough to all take in a really short period of time. It was very hectic, very busy. Times have changed as I was a salesperson. You know, they've come a long way and I just haven't kept up.
Kendall Jackson's CEO Rick Tigner donned a disguise to go to start working in his wine company, with the aim of gaining deeper insights into how it was being run and the well-being of its employees. Upon starting to work alongside Savannah, Rick initially felt assured due to his past experience in the role. However, he soon recognized that the dynamics of the job had evolved since his last involvement in it. Fortunately, having Savannah as a partner proved advantageous as she provided support and compensated for his areas of weakness.
Anything you bought today, you would get 50% off. There you go.
Boom.
It's very flexible, so let's just say you don't like Cabernet and it shows up in a shipment. You can change things around.
you know what? I will take this.
Savannah is a lady who knows her stuff. She knew a lot about wine, and she had a great reaction with the customers, and they reacted to her as well. They're in great hands here at Murphy Good Tasting Room.
Savannah's exceptional wine knowledge and ability to connect with customers impressed Rick. However, he was disheartened by what he discovered during a casual lunch. Despite her dedication and hard work, Savannah wasn't officially recognized as a regular employee, depriving her of rightful compensation. Rick felt a connection with Savannah, which only deepened further when she shared more of her life experiences with him.
You know, I've had
See, my mom passed away from a drug overdose as well.
Yeah.
So my dad was a single father, and so, you know, he's had his girlfriend, and then it was at the point where no one got along, and then
Yeah.
they pushed me away, and they told me to leave, and so I did. And
So were you homeless?
I was homeless, yeah.
Rick was deeply moved by Savannah's determination and bravery in facing challenges. This prompted him to reflect on fair treatment and equitable practices, vowing to take immediate action to rectify the situation. He was determined to ensure that all deserving employees, including Savannah, received the recognition and benefits they deserved. During the big reveal, Rick decisively took action to ease Savannah's burdens by offering her a full-time job, recognizing the importance of stability and security in an employee's life. he assured her that her commitment to the company was highly valued. Beyond the practicality of the offer, Rick expressed profound gratitude to Savannah. He warmly acknowledged her as the driving force behind the positive changes within the company, as the dedication and passion she had shown her boss will lead to a lasting impact on the organization's culture.
You are now a full-time employee. That's a $5,000 raise. We've actually suspended 401ks. It's people like you that need benefits and have to think about their retirement. So as a company, we're actually going to restore the 401k in the next 30 days. How does that make you feel that that's because of you?
Sam and Andrew from Oriental Trading Company.
I was afraid you wouldn't recognize it. Need some help? I don't want to back things up here, so.
All right, buddy. Dave was not fast, he was slow, but he's trying to get a second chance, and it won't be at OTC.
Sam Taylor, the CEO of Oriental Trading Company, donned a disguise to go into his company that is a direct merchant of value-priced party supplies, arts and crafts, toys, novelties, and school supplies. He wanted to see their inner workings through the eyes of an employee. Sam began his new undercover job at one of their fulfillment centers with Andrew, who was put in charge of training him. He learned from Andrew that the state of the employees working at that facility was pretty bad.
How long have you been doing this?
Too long for no money. About 2 years.
Okay.
The company itself, we claim to sell fun.
We sell fun?
Yes, but there's no fun in this truck.
Oh, this is a tough job?
Very tough. It gets a little hectic, man, at
Does
times,
it really?
So, yeah.
Andrew was underpaid despite the difficult working conditions. He felt that they should be compensated better for what they do for the company. Sam and Andrew continued talking, and Sam learned about Andrew's family.
What about you?
I got 3 kids, 2
You got
girls
3
and a
kids?
boy. My oldest daughter's 30. My son is 25.
You
and
don't look old enough to have a
Thank
daughter
you, man.
30.
I'm 48 years old. 48 years old. And I have 2 grandbabies, 2 adorable little girls. One's 4 and one's 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I love them dearly.
After a few hours of hard work, Sam and Andrew reached the end of their shift. But even when they were off the clock, Sam discovered some things that needed improvement.
Oh, well, is there like a soda or anything?
Well, Dave, you got some snacks here, you got coffee there, and over here are the sports drinks. But they haven't been giving us that. That's supposedly when it gets real hot in here, you're sweating, maybe the temperature's 90 or above.
Yep.
They say they're trying to save money, so they kind of pick and choose when they think they should hand that out.
Andrew expressed how he thought some of the company's policies were unjust. When it was time to reveal his true identity, Sam complimented Andrew and promised to work on making changes to their flawed systems.
And now that I've done the truck loading job, it is a hard job.
Very.
Because of the time I spent with you, Drew, I'm going to increase the base pay for our truck loaders by 25 cents an hour.
Wow.
That's a commitment of around $100,000 that I'm making to you and the other truck loaders.
Wow, you're really serious.
I'm serious.
The changes that Andrew helped influence would benefit all the employees in the facility. But Sam wanted to do something that would directly impact Andrew.
I know you care a lot about your family, and for me, that's the most important thing is family. And you love your kids, and you got these 2 grandkids. So I want to start an education fund for your 2 grandkids. So I'm going to put $5,000 in for each grandkid, so $10,000. So I'm going to give you $25,000 so you can buy a car.
No, this has got to be a joke.
Nope, it's true. $25,000 so you can get a new car.
Dina and Wayne from the Dwyer Group.
Sit out there where maybe a quarter of it's sticking off the back. That's good. But now if you can't handle it, just...
I got it.
I was impressed with Faith. She didn't hesitate moving the water heater, dragging the old one out. And I think it's interesting that a woman would want to get into the plumbing industry. You know, if they can handle it, more power to them.
Chairman and CEO of the Dwyer Group, Dina Dwyer Owens, went undercover and joined her company's operations, which included plumbing, electrical work, appliance repair, and landscaping services. Her objective was to gain first-hand experience of her employees' daily routines, immerse herself in their work, and ensure the company's core values were effectively upheld. Dina began working at Mr. Rooter, a plumbing business within her company. During her time there, she was mentored by Wayne, who watched over her as she went through the job's various challenges. While working together, Wayne shared with Dina his personal reasons for considering Mr. Rooter a special and meaningful place to work. But despite his strong emotional bond with the business, he harbored discontent about certain activities happening behind the scenes.
At least 2 guys are back there raising Cain about their paychecks. They had a guy work 60 hours. When they gave him his paycheck, he owed them $21.20.
It's very frustrating to me to see here's a guy worried. He needs to be able to take care of his family, not worry about whether his paycheck's right or not. And we need to make a correction here.
Wayne confided in Dina, sharing that he frequently received incorrect pay, getting only about half of what he was rightfully owed. To his dismay, he also discovered that he wasn't the sole victim of this situation. He suspected that some unethical practices were occurring behind closed doors. This revelation deeply saddened Dina, as she had no desire for her company to be associated with such negative perceptions and dubious dealings.
I'm working with the technician, Wayne. He was just revealing to me some of his frustrations with his job. It seems like there's a compensation issue. The finance guy doesn't seem to have a lot of respect for his opinion.
Can't fix anything if we don't know about it. So
Exactly. And we can't control everything a franchisee does, but we certainly want things to be done right.
Realizing the gravity of Wayne's concerns, Dina immediately excused herself from the conversation to personally contact the president of Mr. Reuter and ensure that the issues were promptly addressed. When it was time for Wayne to find out who he had really been working with, Dina guaranteed to him that his feedback and grievances would be taken seriously and given the utmost attention by the company. Her commitment to addressing the situation not only validated her employees' concerns, but also demonstrated her dedication to upholding the company's values and reputation.
You were very frank and upfront about the things that you were concerned about.
If I expect my check to be $1,000 and it's $500, somebody's got to explain some things to me.
So I talked to Mary Thompson, who's actually the president of Mr. Reuter. I said, Mary, I'd like you to just check into this because Wayne's sharing a concern with me, and I'm going to continue to follow what's happening in this relationship. And so we'll take care of all of these compensation issues.
Well, thank you.
David and Wayne from Best Western.
It's a good start, isn't it? Come and be a chef and start by washing up.
I mean, obviously, in most kitchens, you wouldn't be doing this just
I was going to say, I didn't think chefs did washing up.
Generally don't, but fortunately, it's just a recession and people not hiring, so we have to do what we can, you know.
On Undercover Boss UK, the CEO of Best Western, David Clark, started working for his hotel and resorts brand. There was a recession at the time he appeared on the show, so he wanted to get an idea of how they could recover from it. David started working at one of their hotels with the kitchen's chef, Wayne.
I'm going to get you to make a soup. So if you could work in a normal kitchen, you wouldn't be doing soups and stuff like that. Because there's only 2 of us, just help us out a little bit, you know. Okay.
So how many hours did you do last week?
I'm contracted to do 40, but I've done 40 plus overtime. Totally about 80 hours, you know.
80 hours?
Yeah.
Do you get paid extra for that?
You know, most places are not paying overtime anymore.
The kitchen was understaffed and Wayne was overworked. Despite this, though, he wasn't receiving the appropriate amount of wages for the amount of time he works. If that wasn't enough, Wayne was also working under less than ideal conditions.
Shouldn't there be a handle on this?
Yeah, it's just come off. Just put it down, just put it down, do it here.
You're not getting new equipment?
We try and use what we got, you know. We're down to 1 oven at the moment because the other one oven doesn't work anymore.
So you're working long hours, but your equipment's a bit knackered.
We just get on with it. We just do our best, you know.
How can a chef be expected to cook when he hasn't got ovens that work? I mean, this is not rocket science, it's basic.
Wayne still worked diligently even in the horrible state he was in. David determined that the chef was incredibly underappreciated. When David revealed who he was to Wayne, he commended his passionate employee.
I spent 2 days in this hotel, Wayne, and I left feeling a complete lack of pride in that hotel being in Best Western. The great thing we have got is your passion and your hard work, despite the fact that you haven't got the resources, you're still delivering something the customer wants.
David then offered to provide Wayne the resources he needed to improve further so he could advance professionally.
Our investment is in the business and it will need that passion from you. You have that within you, so we would like you to go on a cooking course at our expense to inspire you and to do even more.
That'd be nice, I mean, because I do agree. I do think that restaurant is dynamite if it's done properly.
Sheldon and Jen from Belfour.
Today I hope to find out if our crews are providing the services in a timely fashion.
Sheldon Yellen, the CEO of Belfour, a renowned company specializing in disaster recovery and property restoration services worldwide, went incognito to personally experience his employees' day-to-day work. At his new job, Sheldon connected with Jen, an experienced water technician who had been part of the Belfour team for several years.
Water damage just happened. Mold will start to grow after 72 hours. If we can get things dried out in the first 3 days, we're good.
Following their inspection of the interior of the house, Jen informed Sheldon that the next step in their work involved examining the insulation of the house, necessitating them to go underneath the floor. Both of them prepared by donning appropriate gear and entered a relatively small opening.
I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but I could tell you something. That is not a comfortable feeling being down there.
The insulation that's wet underneath the house will allow for mold to grow on the beams that are basically below the subfloor.
Upon resurfacing, Sheldon was astonished by Jen's incredible resilience as she handled the challenging task with apparent ease and calmness. In fact, she humorously dubbed Sheldon as the big fat baby for crawl spaces in recognition of his response to the tight spaces. Sheldon found it hard to believe that Jen tackled such tasks daily. After taking a break from their demanding work, Sheldon and Jen engaged in a conversation about more serious topics.
When I came to Balfour, I was hired as a cleaner. I got a promotion to be a water tech. It's a promotion. You should be getting a raise with a promotion. I'm still waiting for that raise, and that was almost a year ago now.
Jen attributed the insufficient pay she received after her promotion to corporate decisions. She pointed out that whatever corporate dictated was final, including imposing a raise freeze, which affected everyone's chances of getting higher pay. Despite this, she emphasized that she continued working at Balfour out of genuine enjoyment for her job. She also expressed that it wasn't fair to blame homeowners for the low payment she received. Contrary to Jen's beliefs, Sheldon defended his decision to implement the pay freeze, stating that it was intended to safeguard the well-being of the entire company. However, the burden of guilt became too much for him, leading him to make a daring and decisive move.
My name is Sheldon Yellen. I'm the CEO of Balfour. You're getting that raise that you want. And thank you for representing us the way you do.
Even after Sheldon disclosed his real identity to Jen, he requested her presence at the main office for a private meeting. As a result of this meeting, Sheldon decided to take a bold and significant action that would have far-reaching impact for Jen as well as the company.
I am making a personal commitment to have 6 town hall meetings a year with hundreds of our people at a time and letting them know that I want to get to know them.
Adrian and Mary from Shreveport.
Today I'm going undercover to see how morale is doing. I want to make sure that our employees are motivated to maintain our city as best as possible.
Adrian Perkins, who at the time of his appearance on the show was the mayor of Shreveport, Louisiana, was determined to transform his city, which had been facing significant challenges. In an effort to pave the way for a better future, he took it upon himself to investigate the issues affecting his employees. Thus, he assumed an undercover role working as a park maintenance person, responsible for overseeing an extensive area of 125,000 miles of city land and more than 60 parks, all while operating on a limited budget. During his time in this role, he closely shadowed Mary, an experienced park maintenance worker, to gain insights into the daily tasks and responsibilities that came with the job.
We're going to take Wayne over to teach him what driving the tractor could entail and what would be expected of him.
Mary patiently guided Adrian through the process of operating the tractor, ensuring he understood all the details despite the evident difficulties he was facing. Although Adrian managed to get the tractor moving, it was clear that he was feeling nervous, which is quite natural for someone using such a machine for the first time. Mary, however, maintained a positive outlook and persisted in mentoring Adrian, firmly believing that with time, he would grasp the necessary skills and become proficient in operating the tractor.
The park's employees don't just make our city beautiful, they also are expected to maintain their equipment.
First thing you're always supposed to do, we have these air filters. And with this wand, when you're trying to get dirt out, I'll let you do that.
Following a brief interval, Mary and Adrian engaged in a heartfelt conversation about life. During their exchange, Mary candidly opened up about her struggles. She revealed that she had been a single parent to twins for an extended period, enduring financial hardships. She even expressed her desire to return to school if circumstances allowed it. Mary went on to mention the substandard condition of the trailer where she and her children resided, explaining that the floor was in such disrepair that you could see the ground beneath it. Adrian was taken aback by Mary's story and couldn't help but feel saddened upon hearing about her difficult situation.
For me to, be the mayor of this city and to know that I have employees that are struggling in that manner, it's hard.
I feel like people are constantly walking around on eggshells thinking that they're going to lose their job.
During the big reveal, Adrian met with Mary, not as the worker she had trained, but as the mayor of the city where she worked. In this encounter, Adrian commended and expressed gratitude to Mary for her dedicated service to the city, recognizing her selflessness, commitment, and how she did all her great work without considering personal gains. He was genuinely delighted to have such a wonderful and caring employee like Mary contributing to the community. After another touching conversation with Mary, Adrian made the decision to reward her for the outstanding job she had been doing, acknowledging her hard work and dedication.
I've spoken to one of our local businesses. They're gonna spend $6,000 not only to repair your roof, but also improving your trailer and providing you new furniture. And I've spoken to Louisiana State University of Shreveport about you, and they've agreed to grant, free of charge, a 4-year scholarship worth $36,000. How do you feel? Is that good? Is that good for you?
There's almost not words to explain.
Larry and Jacqueline from Waste Management.
You wore boots, buddy.
Should I not wear boots?
That's all right. Hope you can keep up. Let's go. I'm a sneaker girl because I'm always usually running.
During the premiere episode of Undercover Boss, the president and COO of Waste Management, Larry O'Donnell, decided to disguise himself and join his own waste management and environmental services company as a regular employee. His purpose was to gain a first-hand experience of their operations and identify areas where improvements could be implemented. Larry had the opportunity to encounter Jacqueline, a multi-talented worker responsible for holding together the entire operation of the landfill she worked in with her various roles.
What is your job title?
Well, I have a couple job titles, actually. Office manager, administrative assistant to Jeff Richardson, scale operator, scale supervisor, all the accounts payable, receivable, payroll.
So you're just going to show me one thing at a time, or?
I never do one thing at a time.
Jacqueline provided Larry with a glimpse of her demanding daily responsibilities, juggling multiple job titles. From handling mail and bill payments to returning to the main building to weigh loaded trucks, she had a lot on her plate. Larry was amazed by Jacqueline's impressive multitasking skills, finding it hard to comprehend how she handled such exhausting tasks every day. During their conversation, Larry and Jacqueline discussed various aspects, and it became evident to Larry that the company had been neglecting some of their talented employees.
I make the same amount of money for admin, doing dual roles or triple roles or quadruple roles. I don't even know how many.
Following their work shift, Jacqueline extended an invitation to Larry to join her for dinner at her home. It was an occasion that allowed Larry to meet the family of the remarkable woman whose support was vital for one of the company's landfills. But seeing Jacqueline's house up for sale due to their inability to meet the monthly payments saddened Larry deeply. When it was time for Larry to reveal who he really was, he sincerely thanked Jacqueline and offered her an extraordinary opportunity as a gesture of appreciation.
We're going to make you supervisor, and then you need to go hire your replacement so you can do more. You're going to become bonus eligible. That's going to result in a pretty nice pay increase for you.
I don't know what to say.
These are just a few of the heartwarming moments in the show's history. Click now to see the best moments from Undercover Boss Season 6.